Lesson 20 in Access, working with the form and layout view. We're going to talk about how layout view works, creating a form in layout view, resizing some controls, moving them around, deleting them, adjusting margins, and changing some of the control formatting. So first thing, we want to go through, we're going to right click classes form. So right click, and we're going to go straight to layout view. Usually we go design view, we're going to go layout view. So right click, layout view. Remember, you know you're in layout view when you have the little gold border around each box. So what we're going to do, you want to click the ID fields label. Okay, this is your label. Okay, labels are on the left, they're not your text boxes. Okay, text boxes is where people would enter in information. Labels are your titles. So you want to select your label, appears with the orange box around it. You want to hold down Control and then also click on the text box. Okay, so select both of them, hold down Control. Alright, so with both of them selected, they should both have the little boxes around them. And then you want to click all these others. So hold down Control. This is just a quick little exercise. Hold down Control. You want to and if you accidentally move something, Control Z, zebra, works. So alright, so hold down Control, select all of them. You want to go to Format. You want to go to Arrange, and then we're going to change this to tabular. So that's going to change to tabular. It looks a lot different here. Hit Control Z to undo it, to get it back. And then you want to go stacked, and it kind of changes it. Everything's a little nicer looking compared to this. Stacked. Okay, so after we change the stack, we're just going to close classes. And then on this one, we're going to hit no. We're not going to save changes here. Next, we're going to create a form in layout view. So we're going to go create, go to blank form, and it's going to just look exactly like this. Now over here on the right, now you have a field list. And from here you want to click show all tables. And then if you hit the expand button, it shows you the fields that are in each table. Okay, so this is where we're going to get our fields. Now the fields we're going to use, we're going to drag the ID field from the field list. So class ID, it says to drag, but if you double click it works pretty well. You also want class name, so double click that. And then it says you want to drag all the others, so we're just going to double click all of these to bring them all over. Okay, from here, now you'll notice the ID label, you can read the whole label, but all these others are truncated. It means they're all cut off. So you can drag across by hand. If you find one that's cut off, if you double click, it'll auto fit, but it only auto fits to that one label. So now you know this is your longest one, and you can double click again. Sometimes when you're doing this, if you don't know what the longest label is, it's easier just to drag it across real quick, and then you can come back, bring it where you want, or double click to auto fit it. But if you double click saying okay, well I know that's cut off, and then you have another one cut off, it just wastes time. So you could drag it real wide if you wanted to, double click to the longest one, and then save a little time that way. Alright, the next part, moving controls in the layout. With the alternate class form open in layout view, we should have saved this. So we're going to call this alternate class form, alternate class. Okay, so we have alternate class form. We're going to click on the description label, but we're also going to hold down Control and then click the text box with it. So description, and then it's text box. Okay, you want to put the mouse pointer over the description label and text box so it's a four-headed arrow. So we got our four-headed arrow here. We're going to click and we're going to drag it and we're going to drop it underneath discount price. Okay, so if you wanted to move sessions, click on sections label, text box, hold down control when you do that, and then you could drag and drop it also. So moving around layout view, pretty easy, pretty simple to do. Alright, description, if you wanted to make this 2 lines of text with the text box selected, put your cursor over the bottom border. It's just like resizing a picture. You have an up and down double-headed arrow. Just click, drag down to what you, and then you can see your second here. Now if you want to make it wider, you can drag across however much you want. Double clicking won't work. So again, this is one of those you gotta drag across, figure out where it goes. But then that's how you can do that. Alright, now deleting a control, we're going to click the ID field, the label, hit delete, and it only deletes this. So again, you have to hold down control, select text box also, hit delete, and then you'll notice it moves everything up. Alright, okay, control margins and control padding. The way this works, you want to select everything, so hit Control A, all. So Control A selects everything. So A is in all, alpha. Pause. Resume. Okay, the next thing we want to do, we want to select everything on the screen at one time. So we're going to hit Control A, like alpha. So we're going to select everything. So Control A, we'll select it all. From here, we need to go through. We're going to go to Arrange, and then Control Margins. Okay, now if you click wide, you'll see how it pushes everything down. These are margins within each one of these cells. So if you go narrow, medium, you can just kind of see how it pushes everything around. Control padding, you can see what it does here. So you have those options there. Alright. Okay, our next thing we need to do, we need to select all our labels. So we're going to select our top label, sessions here. We're going to come to top edge and click. Just like we select the whole column in the table, it's right above the double-headed arrow, and then it's real easy to miss. So select your top label, you have the down pointing black arrow, click it, select all your labels. Okay, from here you can go to format if you want your labels bold, change your font size, font face, all of that is done here. And then if you wanted shading behind them, then you could do that there also. So this is where you can do all of this. So under format, you can do the same thing here. If you wanted all of these different, you can make it look pretty hideous like this, but all of this is right here. Alright, that's the end of lesson 20.